Oh my goodness, GTII. There are several signals that have just fired, and I am so excited to share them with you. Let's go ahead and go over those details now. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with a GTII technicals, raw price action, and statistical thread of analysis on this happy Friday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, you guys, so yes, we are looking at the 4-hour chart. So please just let me let you know right now that I would like for you to just follow along as long as you can. Okay, I'm going to try to make this video as concise as I can, but it's just an abundant amount of information here. Okay, so just follow along so you can get the full thesis here because it's actually very powerful. All right, you guys, so 4-hour reversion variant, we got the closure above the mean band, and we have now continued on to the upside. Very, very important touch right here. Okay, you guys, so let me just leave that there and continue on the analysis here. Now, regarding the 3-day volatility versus momentum backtest, this was actually something that I was very, very adamant to actually look at upon the closure of that 3-day prior candle. Right now that we got the next one in, we can actually see what the effects were on the stochastics oscillator, which is this one here. And this is in fact what we wanted to see. So please go ahead and notice that we are now crossing the leading indicator 3-day exponential moving average above the 14-day simple moving average. This is indicative of a retracement or a type of reversal here. Okay, you guys, so what I'm looking at here is that yes, while there could be a natural ebb and flow, again, we're going to just go ahead and draw over some lines right over here, but what I can see is something along the lines of maybe, I mean, it could even be it could be, right? It could be something like this, right, to where we actually start to make that official pivot towards that upside, right? So we don't know exactly how this is going to happen, right? But it's just kind of speculative to kind of put it just like this, right? So what we're looking for is actually the cross of the 3-day exponential above the 14-day simple. So the 14-day simple would essentially move somewhere along the lines of this trajectory here, right? So just kind of like this right here. So we're going to leave both of these trend lines here so that we can actually move or keep an eye on them when we as the days progress, right? So this is essentially what I'm kind of looking for right here, okay? So as we are starting to get that signal. So the 3-day exponential is the leading moving average, and the 14-day simple would essentially face the influence from the shorter time frame a little later, okay, you guys? So this is a very, very important signal suggesting a continuation to the upside, but there could be a little consolidation in the very, very immediate short term. Another indication that there is some pressure coming in is that the fact that we have now crossed the volatility component above the moving average, which is indicative of volume coming in, or volatility is now entering the trade. Okay, you guys, so this is very powerful because this is the macro time frame backtest that we actually did for at least a few months now, right? So another thing that I wanted to actually mention here is that some people have actually said, oh, I'm still waiting here for your $18 target. I'm still waiting for the $18 target. Well, I mean, guys, this is there's a lot of information being held and removed here from GTII. I have shown you this chart several times, and now, as you can see, I don't have any data back here anymore. But the good thing is that I took note of the data and I already backtested it, right? So, and here's the other curious thing. We have that dinosaur here from the trading view right down here. That is the beginning of the trading of GTII yet again. And then remember that I had the backtest starting from here, just a few months ago, all the way to the, to wherever we were presently. And that's how we were able to see that we were going to gain a possible 4,000% move to the upside that would take us to around $18 or $20, right? So one day, just magically, all of the rest of the data for GTII appeared. And now again, magically, it's gone. And this is something that we've been talking about in the Discord as well. So it's very, very interesting that I don't see that data anymore, but whoever it is trying to manipulate this information didn't bank on me actually taking all that already into consideration, right? So The black notes are the notes that I did upon that information showing up. The white notes are the ones from when this was the beginning of the trading session. So, I mean, you can go back on my videos, maybe 3 videos back, you'll be able to see this entire thing full of information from GTII. So since we got that additional information, that's when we were able to modify the backtest that came out to a 3,200% move to the upside to a modified 971% move to the upside. I still have the backtests, and you can see here this was a total of 11 iterations, and that turned into 31 iterations with the included information. All right, you guys. So this is how I'm able to see and modify the target to now a $10 target regarding the 3-day backtest. Remember, they're just probabilities. They are statistics. They are definitely not to be taken as certainties here, you guys. Okay. So this is it's very important for us to take that into consideration. Let's move on. I'm very excited to show you this next step right over here. Okay, you guys. Please notice that this is going to be about a 3-stage process here. So I'm going to show you. It's going to be the Gaussian channel in 2 tabs and 1 other one, but all of them are correlated to one situation. Okay, so I'm just going to put it to you in that manner. The bi-weekly, we've been following this already. Okay, so we've talked about crossing the we've talked about reclaiming the mean band, right, and then making a move to the upside in several situations here, just like this here, right? So we cross above the mean band, the one in the center, we come back validated, and we make a move to the upside. Okay, so in this case here, we got the upside above the mean band, and we're validating it right now, and we're on our way up. Okay, so this is particular to the bi-weekly. Okay, so that's okay. We're making a very good move. What the important thing here is that the shorter time frames are starting to show something very, very explosive for GTII. First of all, in order for me to get to that stage of the Gaussian channel in the shorter time frames, I must explain to you the signal continuation for the 6-hour volatility versus momentum backtest. Please notice here that let me just get rid of the reversion variant and substance, sorry, just like this. And you'll notice here that I've actually taken a backtest of the GTII asset in the 6-hour time frame, where anytime that volatility has actually contracted into critical contraction, which could be considered to be beneath or within the 15th percentile, and it's been paired with stochastic momentum with an upside pivot, I have taken every iteration throughout the 6-hour time frame, the upside thrust, the duration of the iteration, and the amount of times that the iterations were guessed correctly versus incorrectly. Very curious thing here is that while it may not last forever, right, we have very little failures of that guess to the upside. So out of the entire trading history, and it's a very particular backtest too, because this was taken from the 80 to 90 percentile of volatility, then contraction phase towards the downside. Okay, so from this expansion zone to a contraction phase that paired with momentum with an upside, that is the criteria or the conditions, right, in order for us to validate it or invalidate a move to the upside. We have gotten a total of 30 iterations throughout the entire trading history. Actually, this was a 16-year backtest, and it's done by hand. You know, just if you're curious, right, all of this is very much done by hand. And yeah, I mean, we can just continue going on and on and on, right? So there, oh, what? No way. Was I able to see even further than, yeah. There we go. Look at this. The 6-hour is showing us the full trading history. See this? At the very down, wow, what the hell? Notice this. The year 2000. This is, yeah, this is February 2000, and there's the dinosaur. But then when we go back to the bi-weekly Gaussian channel, where I'm telling you that I don't have all that information, even in the 3-day backtest, look at this. There's the dinosaur right here, suggesting the beginning of the trading being in 2014. Right, you know, where is it? Like, where can I get the date? Oh my goodness, so terrible. Yeah, I mean, you can see the date at the bottom there. It's like 2014-ish, right? So that's very interesting, and I hate it so much. So this is yet just to show you guys proof, right, that it's not 2014, and it's in fact all the way back here. All right, so yes, I have taken a 6-hour volatility versus momentum backtest from 80 to 90 percentile with a retracement or contraction, paired with volatility to the upside, and I have identified 30 iterations, of which 22 were guessed correctly to the upside. And that gives us an average upside accuracy of 73.33% with an averaged upside thrust of 98.06% with an average duration of 14 days, almost 15 days, right? So the reason why I'm mentioning this again is because the validation, it's still validated and is still in play, this move, okay? And how can I say that? Well, you can see that we're still contracting and we have not touched the critical opposite zone. And we now actually have an upside confirmation from both the 3-day and the 14-day simple moving average towards the upside. This move, the statistical move, is still on. And we definitely have a 98.06 on average anytime that this condition has met. 98.06% would essentially take us to about $2.70. And please remember that target. $2.70 is essentially where we're being taken right now, or $2.60. Let me just make sure that this is absolutely correct. $2.67. All right, so it's taking us to $2.67, and now let's move on to show you the relevance of that particular target. First of all, the daily Gaussian channel. Okay, the daily Gaussian channel is now. Look at the price action. We have now closed upside of the mean band. Okay, so as you can see, anytime that we have closed upside of the mean band, a pretty significant move to the upside has happened. Okay, just like here, right? We have red, green, and then huge move to the upside. Okay, and we can continue moving back in history for you to see that, right? So we have, the test red, we have all this reaccumulation, and then we close upside of it, huge move to the upside. Right, so even here, right, we have red, test, we close upside of it, and then we several tests of it, which is very similar to what we're facing today, and then big move to the upside. Same situation here, red, close above, upside move, right? And right over here too, we have red, upside close, and then huge move to the upside. I'm telling you guys, this is actually something that happens very, very often with the Gaussian channel close. We have 1 day close above it and then a huge move to the upside. And the reason why I'm mentioning this right now, you guys, is because there is that essential signal. It's kind of being presented right now. So if we just go ahead and move all the way back into the beginning of to the end of the trading, go ahead and notice that we just closed our first daily iteration upside of the mean band. Damn it. This is very, very good. Okay, you guys, so now this gives it a specific shot to the upside. First of all, this one is suggesting a continuation to the upside of about 208. But now that I got the daily away, let me go ahead and now move into the 5-day because I have some notes here for you. Okay, 5-day Gaussian channel, first of all, before I get rid of it. 5-day Gaussian channel closing, or not closing, actually just starting the new candle iteration above the mean band. Very powerful. All right, so now it doesn't mean that we can't actually come back and then continue, right? Honestly, it could, very high possibility that we can even touch back down to about 165, even 168, right? But that's not the point of this. The point of this is that we're upside of the mean band, and that's huge, okay? So let me just go ahead and get that out of the way. All right, so this is actually, the top side of the 5-day is suggesting about 288, 289, right? But let me get rid of the Gaussian channel now and show you something of a different perspective here, okay, you guys? So this is something new that I actually just noticed regarding the price action that has been recently happening, okay? So what you're looking at here is a descending channel, and these descending channels, when actually presented in the macro time frame like this, they have now shifted into a bullish reversal, a broader reversal, macro reversal type of signal, right? So what we're looking at here is absolutely bullish because we have now validated and closed upside of the resistance of the channel. And now we have the candle starting way above it, guys. This is absolutely validation right now, okay? So what you looked at here was initial breakout, right? So, okay, let's just start it over here, okay? We have test, resistance test, reaccumulation, breakout, official breakout, and then we start to test this. We're testing that support or newly converted resistance as a support. So as soon as the sentiment feels that it's very good and we can definitely move onwards and upwards, then we can actually make that move. This is very curious because we just got the approval from FINRA regarding the dividend split, right? So this is incredibly tight in timing regarding this breakout, right? So now you can see that we're breaking upside and have closed a massive 5-day iteration above this top resistance right here, you guys. So this is very powerful, very important. And now I would like to actually show you that the 5-day descending channel has a close of about a target of about 250 to about 273. Okay, so now why would that be? Let me just go ahead and draw that range and show you something clear, something curious right here, right? So 250 would be the top side of this candle right here, right? And now the 273, let's just go ahead and move back, and I'm going to show you what 273 looks like, right? So just like this would be the top side of our channel, the very beginning of our first touch to validate that we are in a channel, in fact. Okay, you guys, so this is the 273 area. This is very curious because 250 to 273 is matching the 6-hour backtest that I just told you about. Remember this target, 267. Okay, so $2.67 matching is matching with the resistance levels that we just recently touched, and also with the beginning of our trading with this right over here. Okay, you guys, so it's actually 275, but I mean, you know, whatever. So now the next thing I wanted to show you within this was something very, very important. Okay, so yes, this is the chop zone that we were talking about here. Okay, so now 266 or 267, and then also 267 6-hour backtest, right, which is right over here, 267, right? Now we have 250 to 273 regarding two very relevant areas of resistance, and now look at this. 2.272 at 257 and a 2.618 at 278. Guys, yeah. Oh my goodness, this now gives us a very confluent range, and it's geometrically backed, it is statistically backed, and it's technically backed, okay, and also fundamentally backed with the catalyst. Okay, so what does that mean? Let me just put it to you this way. When you're looking at setups, right, you give your trade a D minus for like your max loss for the day, right? And your D trade or your D plus trade would be essentially a break even, right? So when you start to get into like C or B, that means that there is a high risk, or when you get into B, there is a high probability that I can actually make the move towards the upside, but you're missing some key components that would honestly give you that bias for the upside. But when you start jumping into B plus and A plus trades, that usually means that you have key resistances broken. That means that you have technicals backing the trend, meaning that the trend is actually suggesting a continuation to the upside. You have geometrics, meaning your leading indicators like Fibonacci, right? They're giving you a future price objective. And the last and most important component that can turn a play into an A or A plus trade is your fundamental catalyst that can actually take this thing to the next leg up. And those are the 4 steps that GTII is meeting right now. Okay, so this is why I was so excited to come up with this video right now. And I am just the next leg up right here over the next few days could potentially be this target here, 257 to about 278, which is just huge and very, very massive. Okay, you guys. So now the last part of the analysis. I'm so sorry this video is going long, guys, but it's very important for you to listen all the way. 30-minute immediate short-term time frame in the gravitational zone, very likely to continue on to the upside. 4 hour is still suggesting a continuation to the upside. 14-day simple moving average pivoted towards the upside as well. It is now in the bull weakness percentile, so this is good. Okay, now the 8-hour time frame, same situation here to the 4 hour. Literally the same thing, upside pivot in the bull weakness percentile. Please notice here that now the 12-hour time frame is in the gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile, and we have officially crossed above the 14-day simple, and this is very likely going to continue to the upside. 3-day time frame, please notice here that this is now the closest it has been to crossing, right, since about the 27th of March. So this is very likely going to succeed this, guys, to the upside. And most importantly, guys, the 5-day iteration above the 14-day simple moving average and in the gravitational zone with an upside pivot. Both the 14 and the signal with an upside pivot on the 5-day. Okay, you guys, so this is incredibly powerful for GTII, and there could very well be a continuation to the upside almost immediately come Monday. Okay, you guys, so this is just my warning to you, and also just know that I get it. You know what I mean? Statistics and technicals, cool. They're only probabilities. Anything can be invalidated at any moment. And this is why we practice risk management. Okay, you guys, please, please, please remember to practice risk management. Okay, you guys. And first and foremost, I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be okay. All right, you guys. So please remember that I am also still offering about 10 or 11 seats left from the 30 for my last ArcMasters trading course. Okay, you guys, this is going to be it. I'm not going to do it again, or maybe I will. I just have to consider it, and it'll be a long time from now. Okay, you guys. So, but yes, go ahead and refer to the Gmail in the description below. And I think this is a pretty good place to leave off a very good Friday and a huge green close for our preferred equity here, guys, the GTII asset. All right, thank you so much for watching, and yeah. I'll catch you at the bell on Monday. Adios.